Hello, thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to go through a couple of tips. Thornbury Test Centre. What we're doing, we're going to finish off a test route. Just a couple of ideas, a bit of understanding, and hopefully this will help you guys pass your driving test here. So you'll do a couple of stops, you'll do a couple of park up on the lefts. You'll be doing about maybe 4 to 6 on your driving test. I'm going to make my way down to Bolton Road. I'm going to give you an idea how you should be doing it. So you'll be parking here, and this is one of the test routes that we'll be going through, okay? So we've pulled up. This is what they call normal stops. We're going to move off in a second. So I've got my brake on, I'm in gear, I'm in drive. Currently I'm in an automatic car. So I'm in gear, I'm ready to go. I've looked into my blind spot and I'm moving off. You can hear my signal going off now. So now I'm following the road ahead. Forgive me, the mount's a little weak. I will be changing it very shortly. As I'm following the road down, he's braking. I want to know why he's braking. So I'm travelling at a reasonable speed. Currently on this road, the maximum is 30. I'm doing 28, 29. So I'm following the road ahead. As I'm going down this road, I'm checking my mirrors, making sure it's safe, and it is. I can see the learner car, or the one that's just passed his test, coming up the road. This is a busy junction where usually the cars pull into the middle of the road and they wait for you to let them out. So they don't really give you an option. They just come straight out. Okay, at the roundabout, I'm going to follow the sign for the city centre. I'm also going to be following the signs. Can you see it? There. I'm going to follow the sign for Keithley. A650 Keithley and city centre. So here, check my mirrors, signal right. You can hear my signal come on. I'm in the correct lane. I'm looking in my left door mirror, making sure I'm following the curve of the road, and I am. I'm looking to my right, looking for a safe gap to emerge into. It's completely safe. I didn't need to stop. I'm following the road round. I'm checking my mirrors as I'm going along the road. I'm following it round. I'm now checking my mirrors, signalling left. I'm going to come off in lane 1. Now the speed limit of this road, now you can see 3 lanes here. One of them is a cycle lane. COVID, they rushed it through. So the left lane, lane 1, has become a cycle lane. So I'm in lane 2, which is now lane 1. So as I'm looking ahead, I can see the lane markings, I can see the signage. So I'm in the correct lane, I'm following the A650, which is through traffic. Now I can choose this lane or the lane on the right. Now, you look at your speed, you should be doing about 35-ish. Now I'm slowing down because the black car's stopped. The lights are red. I'm in 25. I'm slowing it down a little more. And now I'm going to stop tyres on a tarmac behind the vehicle in front. And before I've stopped, I've looked in my mirror and now I've stopped. Now I'm looking in all my mirrors. Now what I'm doing, I'm looking at the next lights, the sequential. When yours go green, a few seconds later they will go green, so it stops the traffic on the opposite side. So now I have a quick glance to my left and make sure there's no emergency vehicle coming through. Emergency vehicles usually police cars. There's a police station, a headquarters at the bottom, Trafalgar House. So now I'm in the correct lane. Now the speed limit is 40, but it's unlikely that I'm going to get to 40 miles an hour on this road. So now I'm going to stop just before the line. About here. I've come to a stop. Now here we go back onto that Leeds Road route that I was telling you about, which is on my Facebook page, or we continue following the road ahead. Now we're going to go ahead at 2 sets of traffic lights, and we're then going to turn onto Bolton Road. So I'm in the left lane, which is correct. Now you can see an emergency vehicle there. This is one of the busiest junctions in Leeds. In Bradford. It's at Hamstrasse, Leeds Road. It's a very, very busy junction. So make sure that you're looking around, that you're looking in your mirrors, you're looking out for cyclists. Bradford isn't very cycle friendly, so it's not cyclists that you need to worry about. So now we're looking around because the light should change colour very soon. So they will change, and they'll change soon. The reason for that is traffic in front of you has almost come to a stop. You can see the emergency vehicle that stopped there. That's how you know your lights are going to change colour. The opposite side, traffic accumulates. So now I'm in my lane, I'm going to increase my speed. Now, we know the speed limit is 40. The reason why we know it is when we came off the roundabout, we could see the speed limit changing there. And if you haven't seen it, stop the movie, rewind it and see. So now, my sat-nav will tell me to continue following the road ahead. It will then tell me to change lanes. Sorry, it will tell me to turn right in 600 yards, which is approximately from here. So when I go over the traffic lights, I'm going to do one lane change at a time. So I'm looking in my right door mirror, my lane is almost empty. I can see a Ford Fiesta in that lane. So I check my mirrors, signal right, get close to the line, looking at my right blind spot, there's nobody there, I'm going to go across one lane. I've done that here. Now I'm going to do another lane change, and you can see my lights are actually red. So if you pause the film here, you will see it. So check my mirrors, signal right. Now this is the road that you'll be going on to, which is Bolton Road. Now your lights are red, okay? So you'll be stopping here. And the speed limit changes when you go over the junction. It goes into a 30. When my lights go green opposite me, the traffic will stop moving. The right filter takes a little longer, so it's usually about a minute or two later. Now I just look in front of me, make sure nobody's going through a red light, look in my left, look to my right, everything's fine. I'm going ahead, I'll cancel my signal now. You can hear the signal cancel. I've cancelled it myself. It will not automatically cancel because your steering wheel is not doing more than a 3/4 turn. So the speed limit on this road now is 30 miles an hour. I'm doing 28, 29, which is reasonable. If you're travelling less than 25 on this road in these conditions, you have an issue. So the speed limit is up to 30. It's a very reasonable speed to be travelling at. And then what you do, you will go up, forgive me, I don't know the name of the road. It's the second traffic light, you turn right, and that takes you around the back of, I believe it's Barkrend Road. Yeah, I think it is, it's Barkrend Road. It takes you up Barkrend Road, not Barkrend Road. Leeds Old Road, that's it. It takes you around the back of Leeds Old Road, around the back of Undercliff Cemetery. Is it Undercliff Cemetery? It takes you around the back of the cemetery, and then you turn right onto Leeds Road, and it takes you back to the test centre. In terms of that junction, in terms of the lane, I could have stayed in lane 2 and come down that road, down Wakefield Road, and just gone straight across. There is no problem. It doesn't matter what lane you're in. If you're making good progress, it shouldn't make a difference. I stayed in lane 1 because the area, the surroundings where I was, it permitted that. Now we can see ahead of us a bus lane. Now today's Sunday, so I can use the bus lane. So looking at my mirrors, I don't need to signal, I can just land straight into the bus lane like I've done now. Now I'm looking in my right door mirror, and I'm looking at the other car just in case he's speeding and he's not letting me come into my lane, as in like merge. So you can see the arrow here where he has to come into my lane. So now these are the second traffic lights that you'll be turning right at. So now I'm looking at these lights. Once my lights go green, them lights may remain green, but it doesn't mean that I've got priority because there's a filter light. You can see the lights are going red. So I'm assuming when my lights go green, they'll go green with me. No, so that means yep, they have you. So I'm checking my mirrors here, I'm going to signal right. Now my lane is lane 2, the middle one here. Now I'm looking in front of me, and I'm looking at the filter. The filter's not on, that means I don't have priority. So I'll go into the centre of the junction, wait until it's safe, and then I'll go. So I'll position myself. Now these 2 lanes are active, both of them go past my car. Now he should be over here, but he doesn't know where he's going. He's turning right around the back of me. So now I'm looking in my right door mirror, and now I'm going to go into this road. As I go into this road, the speed limit hasn't changed. The speed limit is still 30. So I'm going to follow this road up, and this will take me back to the test centre. So this is taking you back to where you've come from.